Gentlemen, I'm Dr. Shalene Jomas, and for over 25 years, as a urologist specializing in men's intimate health, I've sat across from thousands of men just like you. Good men over 60 who've built beautiful lives with their wives, but now feel something slipping away in the bedroom. They tell me, sometimes with tears in their eyes, "Doc, I used to make her feel desired. Now I'm lucky if I last 5 minutes, and honestly, it's killing our connection." If that resonates with you, I want you to know something crucial today. It doesn't have to be this way. What I'm about to share, this simple Kegel routine specifically designed for men over 60, has helped my patients support longer-lasting intimacy naturally, without a single pill, without embarrassing doctor visits every month, and without the crushing disappointment of techniques that promise the world but deliver nothing. This isn't about tricks or gimmicks. This is about reclaiming what's rightfully yours, the ability to connect deeply with your wife, to last as long as you both want, and to bring back that fire you thought was gone forever. Stay with me for the next few minutes because what you're about to learn could transform not just your bedroom, but your entire marriage. Section 1, Introduction and Problem. Let me be completely honest with you, I see men walk into my clinic every single day, and the story is almost always the same. They're successful, respected men in their communities, retired executives, veterans, grandfathers, but behind closed doors, they're struggling with something they never talk about: premature finish, loss of stamina, that crushing moment when everything's going perfectly with their wife, and then suddenly it's over before either of you wanted it to be. Here's what's actually happening in your body, and understanding this is the first step to fixing it. As we age past 60, several natural changes occur simultaneously. Your pelvic floor muscles, the same muscles that control urination, maintain firmness, and regulate the timing of your finish. These muscles naturally weaken with age. Think about it. Every other muscle in your body needs exercise to stay strong. But when was the last time you consciously worked these muscles? Probably never, right? Meanwhile, blood flow to the intimate areas decreases slightly. The neural pathways that helped you maintain perfect control in your 30s and 40s aren't firing quite as efficiently. And perhaps most importantly, the muscle tone in your pubococcygeus muscle, we call it the PC muscle, has diminished. This muscle is literally the gatekeeper of your stamina. When it's weak, you have almost no control over timing. When it's strong, you become the conductor of your intimate orchestra, deciding exactly when the finale happens. I had a patient, let's call him Robert, who came to me at 67, married 42 years to his high school sweetheart. He sat in that chair you're sitting in now, metaphorically speaking, and told me something that broke my heart. "Dr. Jomas," he said, "my wife still looks at me like she did when we were 20. She still wants me, but I'm failing her. 3 minutes, maybe 4 if I'm lucky, and it's over. I see the disappointment in her eyes even though she tries to hide it. I'm losing her, and I don't know how to fight back." The emotional toll of this issue extends far beyond just the bedroom. It affects your confidence as a man. You start avoiding intimate situations because you're terrified of that humiliating early finish. Your wife might think you're no longer attracted to her, when the truth is you're desperately attracted but terrified of disappointing her again. The distance grows, the touching stops, the passionate glances fade, and before you know it, you're living like roommates instead of lovers. Patient testimonial graphic, after 42 years of marriage. What most men don't realize is that this isn't about getting old. This is about specific muscles weakening because we've never been taught to exercise them. Your heart muscle stays strong when you walk. Your arm muscles stay strong when you lift things. But your pelvic floor? It's been on autopilot for 6 decades, slowly weakening, and nobody ever told you there was something you could do about it. The impact on your marriage can be devastating. I've seen couples who stopped being intimate altogether because the man was so embarrassed about his lack of control. I've counseled wives who thought their husbands were having affairs because they were avoiding the bedroom. And I've watched strong men crumble under the weight of feeling inadequate as a husband, as a lover, as a man. This issue touches the very core of your identity and your relationship. Section 2. Why pills and quick fixes fail. Now, I know what many of you have tried. Walk into any pharmacy and you'll see shelves of promises. Little blue pills, herbal supplements with names like Steel Reserve or Marathon Man, numbing creams that make you feel nothing, delay sprays that turn intimacy into a chemistry experiment. Maybe you've tried them all. Maybe you're using them right now. And I'm not here to shame you for that. I understand the desperation. But let me explain, as your doctor, why these quick fixes will never give you what you really want. Medications like Viagra or Cialis, they have their place in medicine, absolutely. They can help with firmness issues by increasing blood flow. But here's what the commercials don't tell you. They do absolutely nothing for stamina or control. Nothing. You can be firm as an oak tree and still finish in 90 seconds, and now you've wasted $70 on a pill that didn't solve your actual problem. Plus the side effects, headaches, flushing, vision changes, dangerous interactions with heart medications that many men over 60 are taking. These aren't trivial concerns. I had another patient, James, 63 years old. He spent over $300 a month on prescription medications and supplements, convinced that if he just found the right combination, he'd recapture his youth. What actually happened? His blood pressure medication interacted poorly with the ED drugs, giving him frightening heart palpitations. The herbal supplements did absolutely nothing except empty his wallet. And the delay sprays? His wife hated them. She said kissing him felt like kissing a numbed dental patient. And forget about oral intimacy because those sprays transfer and numb her too. Here's the fundamental problem with all quick fixes. They're treating symptoms, not causes. They're like putting a fresh coat of paint on a house with a crumbling foundation. Sure, it looks better temporarily, but the core structural issue remains. Your weak pelvic floor muscles don't care about pills or sprays. They're still weak. They still can't control the timing of your finish. And every single time you're intimate, you're rolling the dice hoping this time will be different, knowing deep down it probably won't be. Moreover, these solutions make you dependent. You can't be spontaneous anymore. You have to plan intimacy 30 minutes in advance, pop a pill, and hope the moment isn't ruined by side effects. Where's the passion in that? Where's the natural flowing connection between husband and wife? The supplement industry is even worse because it's largely unregulated. These companies can make almost any claim without FDA approval. Last for hours. Natural male enhancement. Ancient Chinese secret. It's all marketing, gentlemen. I've reviewed the clinical studies, the real peer-reviewed scientific studies. And you know what they show? Placebo-level effects at best. You're literally paying $50 a bottle for ground-up herbs that might make you feel like something should be happening. But physiologically, they're doing nothing to strengthen your pelvic floor or improve your control. Section 3. Big reveal. So what's the answer? What actually works? I'm about to share something with you that costs nothing, requires no prescription, has zero side effects, and works by actually fixing the root cause of your stamina issues. This is the same protocol I've refined over 2 decades of clinical practice with thousands of patients. The same method that helped Robert, the man I mentioned earlier, go from 3 frustrating minutes to over 30 minutes of connected, passionate intimacy with his wife. The solution is a specialized Kegel routine for men over 60, specifically designed to rebuild your pelvic floor strength and give you complete control over your timing. Now, you might have heard of Kegels before, probably in relation to women after childbirth, and you're thinking, that's not for me. But listen carefully. Male Kegels are completely different, and when done correctly with the right technique and frequency, they are the single most effective natural method for extending stamina and supporting longer-lasting intimacy. Here's what this simple routine will do for you. It will strengthen your PC muscle, that crucial gatekeeper muscle I mentioned earlier. It will increase blood flow to your intimate areas naturally. It will retrain the neural pathways that give you conscious control over your finish. And most importantly, it will give you back your confidence, knowing that when you're with your wife, you're in control. You decide when it ends, not your weak muscles. This isn't theory. This is battle-tested in my clinical practice. The men who commit to this routine, just 10 minutes a day, which you can do anywhere, anytime, without anyone knowing, report dramatic improvements within the first week. By week 4, most of my patients tell me they've added 15 to 20 minutes to their intimate encounters. By month 3, they're experiencing the kind of stamina and control they haven't had since their 40s. And here's the beautiful part. Unlike pills that wear off, unlike sprays that numb sensation, this builds permanent strength. You're not dependent on anything external. Your body becomes naturally capable of lasting as long as you both desire. The muscle memory develops. The control becomes second nature. You're not thinking about it anymore. You're just enjoying the deep, connected intimacy with your wife that you both deserve. Section 4. Science explanation. Let me explain exactly why this works on a physiological level, because understanding the science will help you trust the process and stay consistent. Your pelvic floor is actually a hammock of muscles stretching from your pubic bone in front to your tailbone in back. These muscles support your bladder, bowel, and all your intimate functions. The most important muscle for stamina is the pubococcygeus, or PC muscle. It's the one you feel engage when you stop urination midstream or when you try to hold back during intimacy. Here's what happens when this muscle is weak. During intimate moments, as arousal and stimulation increase, the PC muscle is supposed to maintain control, acting like a valve that you can consciously regulate. But when it's weak, it's like having a broken valve. The muscle fatigues almost immediately, and once it gives out, the finish happens automatically. You have no say in the matter. It's a purely physiological response to muscle failure, not a psychological issue or a sign that you're too aroused. It's simply a weak muscle that needs strengthening. When you perform Kegel exercises correctly and consistently, several remarkable things happen in your body. First, you're literally building new muscle tissue in your pelvic floor. Just like bicep curls build arm strength, PC muscle contractions build pelvic floor strength. Within days, you'll notice the muscle responding more strongly. Within weeks, you'll have developed significant new muscle tone. Second, these exercises dramatically increase blood flow to the entire pelvic region. Better blood flow means better function across the board, firmer responses, more sensation, faster recovery times between intimate encounters. Think of it like this. A muscle that's well exercised develops a richer network of capillaries, ensuring constant oxygen and nutrient delivery. Your intimate muscles are no different. Third, and this is fascinating from a neurological standpoint, regular Kegel practice actually strengthens the neural pathways between your brain and your pelvic floor. You're creating a stronger mind-muscle connection. It's similar to how skilled athletes can control specific muscle groups with incredible precision. You're training your brain to have conscious, deliberate control over muscles that previously operated on autopilot. There's also a hormonal component that surprises many of my patients. Regular pelvic floor exercises have been shown in studies to support healthy testosterone levels in aging men. Additionally, the increased pelvic circulation supports the production and release of dopamine and oxytocin during intimacy. These are the bonding hormones that make sex feel not just physically pleasurable, but emotionally connective. Many of my patients report not just lasting longer, but enjoying intimacy more deeply and feeling more connected to their wives afterward. Let me give you an analogy that makes this crystal clear. Imagine your PC muscle is like a dam controlling water flow. When you're young, that dam is strong, thick, and you can open or close the gates at will. As you age without exercise, the dam weakens, develops cracks, and eventually, when water pressure builds, it bursts without warning. That's the premature finish. Now, imagine spending 10 minutes each day reinforcing that dam, adding new material, strengthening the gates. Within weeks, you have a dam that's stronger than it's been in decades. Water pressure can build as high as it wants, but you control exactly when the gates open. That's exactly what's happening in your body with this routine. One of my patients, Michael, 61, described it perfectly. He said, "Doc, for years I felt like I was riding a bicycle downhill with no brakes. The finish was coming and I was helpless to stop it. After 3 weeks of these exercises, I suddenly had brakes. Then after 2 months, I had a steering wheel too. Now I'm in complete control of the journey. That's the kind of transformation I want for you." Section 5. Step-by-step instructions. Now let's get into the exact technique. I want you to follow these instructions precisely because form matters enormously. Doing Kegels incorrectly won't hurt you, but it won't give you the dramatic results you're looking for either. Step 1. Identify your PC muscle. Next time you urinate, stop the flow midstream. The muscle you're squeezing to stop urination, that's your PC muscle. Feel it? That's your target. Once you've identified it, don't make a habit of practicing during urination. That can cause bladder issues. This is just for identification purposes. Step 2. The basic Kegel contraction. Sitting comfortably, contract your PC muscle as if you're stopping urination or trying to prevent passing gas. Hold this contraction for 5 seconds. You should feel a distinct upward pulling sensation in your pelvic floor. Breathe normally. Don't hold your breath. After 5 seconds, release completely and rest for 5 seconds. That's 1 repetition. Step 3. The daily routine. Perform 3 sets of 10 repetitions, twice per day, once in the morning, once in the evening. That's 60 contractions total each day. Start with 5-second holds as I described. After 1 week, increase to 7-second holds. After 2 weeks, aim for 10-second holds. The beauty of this exercise is you can do it anywhere. Driving, watching television, sitting at your desk. Nobody knows you're doing it. Step 4. Advanced technique. Week 3 onward. Once you've built base strength, add quick pulses. After your regular sets, do 20 quick contractions. Squeeze for 1 second, release for 1 second, repeat. This builds explosive strength and fast twitch muscle fiber in your PC muscle, giving you that emergency break during intimacy when you need to pause and regain control. Common mistakes to avoid. Don't contract your abdomen, buttocks, or thigh muscles. This is isolated pelvic floor work. If you feel tension anywhere else, you're doing it wrong. Don't overdo it initially. I know you want fast results, but doing 500 reps on day 1 will just make you sore and discouraged. Trust the process. Consistency over intensity. Section 6. Results and timeline. Let me give you realistic expectations based on 2 decades of patient data, night 1 of practice. You probably won't notice dramatic differences yet, but you'll be aware of muscles you've never consciously engaged before. This awareness itself begins the brain-muscle connection. Week 1. You'll notice improved control. Maybe you last an extra 5 minutes. Maybe you can pause during intimacy and regain control where previously you couldn't. Small victories that build confidence. Week 2 to 3. This is where things get exciting. Most of my patients report they've doubled their previous stamina. If you were lasting 5 minutes, you're now lasting 10 to 12. You're consciously using your PC muscle during intimacy, squeezing when you feel close to finishing, successfully resetting your arousal level month 1. You're in a completely different category now. 20 to 30 minutes of connected intimacy is normal for you. Your wife is noticing. She's not saying anything yet because she doesn't want to jinx it, but you see the sparkle returning to her eyes. The touching is more frequent. The flirtation is coming back. Month 2 to 3. Your pelvic floor is now significantly stronger than average for your age. You have complete control. You decide when to finish based on mutual satisfaction, not muscle failure. Many patients report this is when their wives finally ask, "What's different? What changed?" And imagine the pride in sharing that you worked on this. For her, for your marriage, for the connection you both treasure. Robert, the patient I mentioned earlier, called me after month 3. He said, "Doc, last night we were intimate for 45 minutes. Not because I was trying to prove anything, but because we were both enjoying it so much, neither of us wanted it to end. My wife actually thanked me afterward, with tears in her eyes. She said, "I feel desired again. I feel beautiful again." That's worth more than any amount of money or medication. Section 7. Bonus tips and warnings. Before I wrap up, let me share 3 additional natural tips that complement your Kegel routine and amplify your results. Bonus. Tip 1. The squeeze technique. During intimacy, when you feel you're approaching the point of no return, completely stop movement, squeeze your PC muscle hard for 10 seconds, and take 3 deep breaths. This resets your arousal level. With your strengthened PC muscle, this technique becomes devastatingly effective. Bonus. Tip 2. Mindful breathing. Shallow, rapid breathing accelerates your finish. Slow, deep breathing extends your stamina. During intimacy, consciously breathe deeply into your belly. This keeps you relaxed, reduces performance anxiety, and works synergistically with your PC muscle control. Bonus tip. 3. Daily circulation. Walk 30 minutes daily. Simple cardiovascular exercise improves blood flow throughout your body, including your pelvic region. Better circulation equals better function. Some of my most successful patients combine daily walks with their Kegel routine. Critical warnings. If you experience any pain during Kegels, stop and consult a physician. If you have active prostate issues, get medical clearance first. And please, don't use this newfound stamina to pressure your wife into marathon sessions she's not interested in. This is about connection and mutual satisfaction, not performance metrics. Section 8. Conclusion and call to action. Gentlemen, we've covered a lot today, so let me bring this home. You now understand that your stamina issues aren't about aging or inadequacy. They're about weak muscles that nobody taught you to exercise. You know that pills and quick fixes address symptoms, not causes, and that the simple Kegel routine I've shared strengthens your pelvic floor, rebuilds the PC muscle, increases blood flow, and gives you complete conscious control over your timing. You have the exact step-by-step protocol. 3 sets of 10 contractions, 5 to 10-second holds, twice daily, progressing gradually over weeks. You understand the science. The muscle building, the neural pathway strengthening, the hormonal support. You know the realistic timeline. Small improvements in week 1, doubled stamina by week 3, complete control by month 3. Most importantly, you understand this isn't just about lasting longer. It's about reclaiming your identity as a husband, as a lover, as a man who can fully satisfy his wife. It's about bringing back the passion, the connection, the deep intimacy that makes decades of marriage worth every moment. It's about surprising her with your stamina, seeing that desire return to her eyes, feeling her touch you more often because she knows the experience will be fulfilling for both of you. I'm sharing this with you discreetly because I know how private these struggles are, but I also know how transformative the solution can be. Start tonight. Right now, wherever you're sitting, do your first set of 10 contractions. Feel that PC muscle engage. Begin the journey back to the intimate life you thought was gone forever. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe. It helps me reach more men who need this information. And leave a comment below saying, "I'm trying this for her," to commit publicly to your routine. When you commit, you're far more likely to follow through, and 3 months from now, you'll thank yourself for taking this step. Remember, you're not alone in this struggle, and you're not powerless to fix it. Your body is capable of remarkable improvement at any age. All it needs is the right knowledge, the right technique, and your commitment to consistent practice. Give yourself and your wife this gift. You both deserve the passionate, connected intimacy that comes from lasting as long as you both desire. I'm Dr. Shalene Jomas, and I believe in you. Now go surprise her.